What's going on, folks? Shine Obsessed here. Before I get started in the video, I'm going to take a moment and say happy Memorial Day. As a veteran myself, I'm very appreciative of those who have fallen, those who have served before me, those who have served with me, and those who are serving today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys take a day, relax, watch this video, have something on the grill, and enjoy. All right, sealant madness, guys. Let's talk about sealants for a quick moment. There's a lot out there. I know there's a couple products you see on this little panel here that are making a lot of steam on YouTube, making a lot of views and a lot of hits. Some of them are somewhat controversial, but we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about how I like to use them and how they work best for, you know, the everyday car guy. I like to break sealants down into a couple different categories. There's your silica-based sealants, and that's going to be, when I say silica, that's anything you'll see with the SiO2 label or SiO2 infused, silicon dioxide, anything SiO2 enhanced. And SiO2 is the hot word because it comes down to coatings, and you know, there's a lot of coatings on the market, even though not all coatings are silicon dioxide. Some of them are titanium dioxide, some of them are silicon carbide, some of them are resin based. So, but SiO2 and coatings, you know, that's that hot word that's out on the market. And everything you see from your hybrid ceramic wax on over probably are designed as your silica-based sealants. Bead maker out from Carl Wax Opti-seal are your polymer-based. Is one better than the other? No, not really. Not when it comes to the sealant. So quickly, I'll go through. Wait, before I go there, but there's also what I call a subcategory. There's your water-assisted application coatings or sealants. That's your Hydro Blue, your Hydrosalax, and your hybrid ceramic wax. And I say water-assisted because you'll hear some people say water-activated. I don't like saying water-activated because that would assume that the water somehow aids in the chemical process of applying that substance to your paint, and you don't need water, so it's not water activated. You could spray it on a towel and apply it if you want to. So it's not water activated, it's water assisted, and we'll get into those in a second. So again, you have your silica based and your polymer based. Any one better than the other? No. It boils down to price, what you can afford, the ease of application, and your results. And your results could be if you like the look or you prefer the durability or a mixture of both. All of these are good products in their own right. Choose what's best and what works for you and your maintenance process. I think it's Mike Phillips from Auto Geek who said, find something you like and stick with it. Not everyone's going to be like me, you know, picking up all these products, testing them. I like to test them because I like to try to find a product that's going to work for my customers down the road. You know, I'm not into detailing so that I can keep having that customer come back to me. I like a satisfied customer that's likes the results of their car that they can maintain for years to come, so that when they get that new car, they'll bring it back to me and say, I want exactly the same thing you did to that last car, and I like the maintenance that you gave me, the instruction, the information to take care of my car down the road. I don't want to see them back here with a swirled up car a year after I, spent 16, 20 hours polishing and correcting their paint. I want something that's durable and that's easy for them to maintain down the road. The biggest reason people come to me so that I can correct and coat their cars is because they don't have the time to do it themselves. So these products, these maintenance products as I call them, come down to ease of use and basically the results from it either being looks or durability. And for the average consumer, it's typically going to be affordability and ease of use. Unless you're, someone who's a gearhead like me that's constantly out putting your hands on your car and on new paint, then affordability is not an issue for you. Then it comes down to more the results and the ease of application. So quickly, we're going to talk about the silica based. All these going to apply in a similar fashion. From this says product sample, but this is actually Blackfire's coating booster, your Carb Pro Reload, your VS1 Final Coat, and your C2V3 liquid crystal. These are your spray on a towel, apply on your paint, buff off type of products that are really easy to use. They're designed to go on top of their specific manufacturer's coatings. They all work well. They all can be used. With the exception of your Blackfire coating booster, I think it can go as a standalone, but it's not marketed as a standalone. But your Reload, your Final Coat, your C2V3 are all marketed as standalone sealants. And because they're so easy to apply, you can use them on their own, and they're all, very easy to use. They provide a very slick surface, and you can easily get, 4 to 6 months of durability out of these three. Reload can be a little tricky to apply sometimes. If you run into any issues, just introduce a little water to your application process and you'll see what I mean, or just do some YouTube videos on Reload in the application. But all of these are designed to be used with their manufacturer's coatings, but they're also durable enough and easy enough to use as a standalone. The beauty of a product like C2V3 is that at full strength you can use it as a standalone. But if you've got a car that's coated, you can actually dilute this 1-to-1 with distilled water, and you'll have enough product, as a drying aid to use for a month, from several months to years. Now, when you go over to your water assisted, I'm gonna hold off on those, push those aside, and we'll cover those here after I go to the polymer based products. So your bead maker, your Optimum car wax, your Opti-seal, these can also be used on coated cars. Now, when I say coated cars, when it comes down to Optimum, Opti-seal, and Optimum's car wax, I don't recommend using these on any other coatings other than coatings from Optimum. While I don't think it would be a problem applying either, these are made to go on top of their coatings, and their coating is one of the only ones that I know of that's silicon carbide based. So I know these products work with their coating. So if you apply something like Optimum Gloss Coat, which is their consumer grade, I think I did a video on that, how easy that is to apply and how well that works. Either one of these can go on top of that, and they both look really nice. Opti-seal, you can get this in this 2-ounce bottle, and it goes a mile. I mean, you can do your, you can use it to top up your car 30, 40 times. I mean, it doesn't take much, and this product spreads really well. So a 2-ounce, or this comes in a 2-ounce or 8-ounce bottle, and it goes a really long way. Same with Optimum car wax. It takes about a 1 spray per panel, and that product goes a long way. But I would only recommend these two on an Optimum coating, or Optimum Polymer Technologies coating. That's your Optimum Gloss Coat, your Opti-coat Pro, your Opti-coat Pro Plus. And they even have some higher end maintenance products for those lines as well. Now we're going to get to one of these popular ones we're talking about. Within the last year or so, it's gained a lot of steam, and you've seen tons and tons of videos on this. If you're on the fence about it, it's actually cheap enough so that you can get a bottle, try it for yourself, and see how you like it. This basically 16-ounce bottle only is going to set you back $12. So it's a nice, inexpensive product. It works well. I like it. I like the way it makes the paint look. I like the way it makes paint feel. My only problem with the product is it requires a cure time. And this is the only product out of all these here that requires that. But I've got a customer who likes to go to car shows. He likes to show his car. He's got a supercharged Coyote Mustang. He goes to events. This is what I call, and this is my own term, this is the car show sealant. So you know you gotta meet Cars and Coffee or something the next day. Of course, you're gonna get your car cleaned up the night before. Get you a nice coat of bead maker on it. By that next morning, you're gonna love that gloss you have, and by the time you get to the car show, you're gonna have a really good look. That thing's gonna be shiny, it's gonna be slick, it's gonna be great. Now, it doesn't last particularly long time. While the look doesn't last a long time, you'll get a couple of weeks of that gloss. You'll get a few more weeks on top of that of protection, and that paint will still feel really slick, and you'll see water beading and sheeting off really well. It's not gonna last forever. You're gonna get a couple of months of durability out of it, but for that week or so after you've applied yourself a nice layer of this on there, it's gonna look outstanding. So that's why I call this the car show sealant. It's gonna look outstanding. You put it on the night before your Cars and Coffee or that car show, you'll be pleased with the results. Now, the water assisted coatings. They're called them coatings, they're not coatings. They're basically sealants with some level of SiO2 in them. They're great products, especially for those of you that don't have time. When you apply them with water, there's some tricks to it. I don't want you to think, if you go out and YouTube some videos on how to apply any one of these, they'll show you and it seems easy, and it does. But you have to take into account some other things when you're applying them. You don't want a panel that's too hot. You're not going to do these out in the sun. A car that's just been driven where the hood's extremely hot. You don't want any of these things to dry, especially when you're using water with them, because you're going to have issues with spotting and streaking and that kind of thing. I don't necessarily use any of these on paint. I bought them to test them, to try them, to see how I like them. They all work fairly well, and they all have a good look and gloss to them. If you try them, you like them, that's great. They're fairly affordable. It doesn't take a lot of product to use. Even this Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Wax, I found it to be a little tricky, initially. Your thought process is to want to apply more, but don't. The less you use, the better. It's inexpensive. I mean, you can find it anywhere, Walmart, AutoZone, roughly $11 to $12 for this 22-ounce bottle. So it's fairly inexpensive. My favorite way to use these water-assisted coatings and sealants is to apply them to surfaces that you don't necessarily always have the ability to clean or coat with your favorite, wax or sealant. So when I say that, I'm talking about like wheels, wheel wells, places where you're not going to always be able to clean or keep clean. That's what these are great for. My favorite in this category is the McKee's 37 Hydro Blue. Because these are water assisted, I'm out, I wash my car, clean my wheels, my wheel wells, spray them down with a nice coat of this, rinse it off, blow dry it with my leaf blower, I'm good to go, done. Wheel is protected, you get good water beading and sheeting on those surfaces for 2-ish months, depending. So that's where these products come in really handy. Not everybody's going to be pulling the wheels off their car, coating them with Carpo Deluxe or some other type of wheel coating, C5 wheel armor, whatever is out there. But these are nice as a stand-in because they're easy to apply on wheels, wheel wells. I actually use this on the plastic in your wheel well. I'll clean them out, get them really nice, get all that dirt and crud off of them, spray a little bit on the towel, wipe it in. It makes that plastic surface water resistant for a couple of months and dirt resistant. So dirt's not going to build up. You're not going to see all that crud you see on your plastic wheel wells. So that's where I think these come in handy because they work on all exterior surfaces, plastic trim, glass, all that good stuff. But I've found wheels and wheel wells, places where I'm not going to get in there and be able to apply something on the surface all the time, or some places where that's degraded, my coating's worn off. But I can apply this quickly, any one of these quickly and easily rinse it with a nice strong spray of water, and I'm done. Blow dry it and I'm done. Now, the hybrid ceramic wax, I don't recommend blow drying. You may have to get in there with a towel to dry them, but still fairly quick, fairly efficient, and you're done. So that's what makes these products unique and awesome, and that's where I use them primarily, is on wheels, wheel wells. Works great. Again, my favorite is Hydro Blue SiO2. It's not the most affordable, but you can buy it also as a concentrate for about 40 bucks, 49 bucks. Comes in 16 ounce, but that will make, I believe it's a few gallons in concentrated form. So that's not a bad price point. And again, this bottle, and if you're only using it on wheel wells every couple of months, it'll go a long way. Just Silex. I believe this is the initial formulation of it. They've reformulated it since it came out. I like it. It works okay. You know, I've initially had some troubles with spotting. I worked my way through that. Use, again, with all of these, you don't use too much product. Use a little bit of product to start with. Don't go heavy with it. And as with all of these, if you don't have a pressure washer to spread that product, because that's what I say when I say water assisted. In order to get this product to spread over whatever panel you're using it on, you're applying it to rather, you want a nice good stream of water, because when I say water assisted, that's what spreads this product over whatever surface you're putting it at, is the pressure of your rinse. So using something like an electric power washer or gas power washer is going to help spread that product evenly and more over the surface, and you don't have to use as much product, and you don't have issues with streaking and spotting. So that's it, folks. These are the sealants that are out there. I ran through kind of most of them and how I like to use them, and what works best. My favorites, again, gonna be your C2V3, your McKee's Hydro Blue. Your ease of use is gonna be your Optimum Car Wax, your Optimum Opti-seal, and I'd throw a bead maker in there as well, my Car Show sealant. But if any of these you'd like to try, you have questions of, or you'd like to see me apply them, you know, throw some comments in the description. I'll gladly do a quick rundown of how easy it is to use, apply, and how well it works. If you want to see how these bead or sheet on a bare panel or something, just let me know in the comments. And you guys hope you guys like, enjoy, and subscribe possibly. Enjoy your more day, guys. See you in the next one.